While their standards keep rising, their loneliness is rising too. Fake profiles, fear of commitment, and unrealistic expectations are turning dating into complete chaos.
Okay, I've been single for about a year now, and I am struggling so hard on these apps seeing certain profiles, and I'll explain what I mean. I feel more men are trying to appeal to other men than women, and it's hard for me and other women to gauge, number one, if there's someone that I can see long term because the profile is so poor quality, and secondly, they're appealing to men by posting things that only men would like or only men would stop and take a second glance at. Women don't care about you shotgunning a beer. I don't think that's attractive. I don't think that that's cool. I don't think that's a flex. I don't care if you hunt. I don't care if you fish. I don't need to see your biggest catch of 2025. Really, I don't. I love fishing and I don't care to see it. You're not seeing me post that stuff. I'm posting pictures that actually tell you a story of who I am, because at the end of the day, we're representing who we are within our profile. A very cut, dry, black and white profile that's telling you exactly who I am by using minimal words, minimal pictures. And I try to show that personality by showing my smile and laughing and showing the things that I like to do without getting too niche down. Like, I don't have a picture of me holding a book on my profile, but I like to read. But I stated in one of my prompts that I like to read and that I like romantic fantasy. You can take a picture of you fishing, but you don't have to be holding the fish. It's just things like that. I don't care to see you shotgunning a beer. You can just take a picture at the party with your buddies. I get the picture. I know what you're doing. We understand. You tailgating, all the above. We understand at the end of the day what you're actually trying to say, but it's just unattractive. And the poor quality and the low effort that's going into the profiles doesn't make us want to swipe at all. So I wanted to know your ladies' opinions because I know you got them, and I want you to drop them in my comments and let me know what things that you find are hard to see on these profiles. Maybe one day we can help these men make a little bit better profiles, since we're stuck doing all the heavy lifting, making profiles that show our personality and are higher quality.
This is where the classic internet problem begins. Inflated expectations disconnected from reality. She criticizes men for showing who they really are, hobbies, lifestyle interests, yet says she wants authenticity. In reality, she wants an edited version of a man, shaped by the modern female gaze. That creates an impossible game. A man can't be simple or direct. The result? Artificial profiles, shallow connections, and everyone pretending to be something they're not just to please the algorithm and gain validation.
I fear 2026 is the year I stay single, because why did this man ask me out on a date and I took it as a threat? Okay, so boom, I met this guy at an event, super cool, real respectful. I gave him my number for networking purposes. We start chopping it up, talking about our personal lives a little bit. I tell him that my birthday just passed. Immediately, he's like, you gotta let me take you out for your birthday. Gives me a date, time, and place. My brain starts dodging it like, what do you need to see me for? Because historically, anytime I start entertaining men, I end up big, broke, and emotionally burnt out. Which, yes, could be the men, but it also could be a skill issue. That's a conversation for another day. I've been single for 3 months. There's been so much forward momentum in every other aspect of my life that dating has just been such a non-factor. So when he asked me, a red flag obviously started waving. I really feel like the biggest threat to my progress right now would, 1, be losing discipline and momentum, and 2, getting wooed up. And I know some people will be like, oh, if he's a vibe and y'all are cool, then just go for the meal. Girl, I am not that hungry. I think I'm also at a point in my life where I don't want to do shit for the plot unless the return on investment is massive. And y'all know it rarely ever is. All of my friends are telling me I'm really deeping it. I don't know, y'all. Is this some type of trauma response? Like, what if I don't go and that's the love of my life? Let me not get ahead of myself. But y'all, let me know what y'all think.
This is a perfect example of how modern thinking sabotages relationships. The guy was direct and took initiative, something that used to be valued. And she saw it as a threat. That's not men's fault. It's the result of bad past experiences mixed with online narratives that teach people to see danger in everything. When dating becomes ROI and calculated benefit, it's over. Love doesn't survive a transactional mindset. The internet has taught women to protect their lives so much that they end up blocking even good opportunities.
Right, so we've come up Rivington, sun's come out, just what we like. Tyson's loving his life. Just having a bit of a shit time recently on my own. It's just really difficult sometimes being on your own, working, having a mortgage, having all your bills, and then not earning enough money then to like barely live for the month. So the last 2 months I've had £400 a month to live on. So you just think, bit time you've done your food shopping for the month, paid for the dog walker so I can go to work, drive to work with petrol in my car, then expected to use my car for work, so I have to put petrol in again and only get that back at the end of the month. It's just really difficult. I suppose when you're used to being in a relationship where, you know, your joint income is probably take home £5,000 a month after tax between two of you, it's just then difficult going to being on your own and having £400 a month to live on after you've paid all your bills and your mortgage. So you just can't save, got no savings, so if all happens, so it's just really difficult at the minute. So I'll have to look at what I can do about that. But yeah, we just start walking up river.
This highlights a reality many people ignore. Relationships are also practical partnerships, not just emotions. When responsibilities are shared, life becomes lighter. But modern narratives push absolute independence as the ideal without showing the cost. This isn't romanticized, it's real life. The internet sells the illusion that you don't need anyone, but in reality, sharing life, including financially, has always been part of building stability. Doing everything alone is possible, but it's much heavier.
Reasons why so many single people in 2026, and it's just getting worse and worse about a year. This is also for the annoying people that's always asking somebody their favorite question is, why are you single? Why are you single? So I'm gonna give y'all 3 main reasons. If y'all can think of any other reasons, just drop it right in the comments. Main reason number 1 is people like their peace. When you're in a relationship with a toxic motherfucker or a motherfucker that don't know how to act, your peace is always disturbed. And your mental is never right. You always paying attention on what's wrong with this motherfucker, why they not acting right, oh, what they doing, where they at, all this shit, your peace is just disturbed. So man, the first reason is people love their peace. That's why they staying single. The second main reason is the dating pool is trash. Nothing is genuine no more. Social media damn near wrecked the dating pool. People just want to sleep with you or fuck with you because of the aesthetic. It's all type of gaslighting and love bombing is at an all-time high. Oh my God, don't get me started on lust. With social media, people think any attention they get on social media is an option for a relationship. And oh my God, they can't be so much wronger. And last but not least, people are tired of starting over. Starting over just takes so much energy and it's so draining, and you got to get to know people all over. What's your favorite color? Oh, what do you like to do for fun? Oh, what do you do for work? It's like, oh my God, the shit gets irritating. And not only that, you got to open up to somebody else, build trust with somebody else, get to know their family. It's just so much. So that's the 3 main reasons people are single and single.
You know, the scariest thing is the fact that, yes, we are now talking about the male loneliness epidemic, but we're also talking about the fact that we are going through an age where it's actually embarrassing to have a boyfriend. Like, in the female circles, it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend. Like, that's how low the standards are. I'm just saying, like, I want to have a boyfriend, but standards have to be really, really low. Otherwise, it is really, really impossible. I'd rather be single than settle, honestly. And so far, everything that's presented, except for maybe a quarter of a handful, have just not. I'd rather be single. That's it.
This mindset is both dangerous and contradictory. She says she wants a boyfriend. yet claims it's embarrassing to have one. That's a direct reflection of online social bubbles, where being in a relationship is seen as weakness or low standard. But biologically and emotionally, that doesn't hold up long term. The result? Standards rising to the point of scarcity, followed by complaints about lack of options. It's not that men don't exist, the bar has simply become unrealistic.
It is okay to be single in 2026, okay? In fact, I would encourage being single in 2026 unless you have a partner, okay, I'm specifically talking about men, a boyfriend that really, really benefits your life and adds a bunch of value to it, okay? Like, I'm being so serious right now. I am so tired of seeing you guys just, like, absolutely humiliate yourselves and, like, kind of ruin your own lives, keeping guys around that don't give a fuck about you. They're actively stressing you out, making your life worse, putting you in some sort of financial pit. You know, that I say that a lot too. Like, oh, well, he just needed help with his rent. He needed help with his car. He needed help with... Everybody has a story in life, bro, okay? And if you choose to fall for your Tinder date's sad story on why he needs money, you're something else, bro, okay? But it doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to endure this, okay? Nobody is going to, like, throw stuff at you on the street and shun you if you're single. Nobody cares. And I know in our society, and, you know, especially, like, right now, like, they're really pushing, like, no, like, you need to be with someone. Like, if you're single, you're weird, whatever. That's not true. They're just trying to get the birth rate up, okay? So, like, please don't feel bad. Like, seriously, it's actually, like, especially as young adults, like, I'm specifically, like, speaking to young women here because that's where my experience lies. You should be single. You should be alone for, I'm not gonna put a time, like an exact time range on it, but, like, at least 6 months straight at a time, okay? So that, like, you can figure out what you like, what you want out of life, okay? And what you want out of a partner. Please stop thinking that you need to have some, like, bum be attached to your hip all the time, because, and it's like, and it doesn't make it better when you guys get online and you're like, no, but, like, I'm the cool one. He's just an accessory. It's like a fun girl boss, like, concept and all, but why wouldn't you want someone who impresses you, you know, who's equally as cool as you? Just a thought.
There's a valid point here, but it's been distorted by the internet. Yes, no one should tolerate a bad relationship. But turning relationships into something that only matters if it constantly adds value creates a hyper-utilitarian mindset. A relationship isn't a business. The idea that a partner must always perform, impress, and deliver kills real connection, which includes hard phases. The internet pushed independence to the extreme, where needing someone is seen as weakness, and that destroys the foundation of any lasting bond.
I'm sorry, dating in 2026 needs to be studied. It needs to be studied because what is going on out there is horrendous. I have not dated a man properly in, like, over 10 years, and I just don't understand what is going on. Why do they act like they need to be chased? And if you don't message, then they're not going to message you. What is happening? Because I just thought, okay, maybe it's just one person, they're not that interested. But this keeps happening, like, all of the time. And every girl that I speak to is confirming that this is normal. Of course, I'm not naive to think that when you're dating, these people are totally single. Everyone has someone. I so get that. But when I was dating my ex, he made it very known that, like, yeah, I want you. Like, we're going to be together. And that was it. And we just fell in love really quick. There is so many mind games. There is so much uncertainty. It's like you don't know whether you should be messaging or not. I just wish people could speak with their heart and their, like, true intentions, and then things would just move so much quicker.
This is a direct result of the modern game of ego and validation. Men don't take initiative. Women don't want to show interest. Everyone waits for the other to act. This didn't happen randomly. It was fueled by social media, where showing interest is seen as losing value. In the past, direct communication meant maturity. Now, it's a social risk. The result? Relationships full of mind games, insecurity, and anxiety. The internet created an environment where seeming uninterested matters more than being genuine, and that kills real connection.